We proudly present Van Buren's Presidency and Defeat, starring Andrew Jackson, Martin Van Buren, The Whigs, Election Announcer, Farmer, The New Yorker, The Congressman, The Northerners.
Martin, I'm so glad you can meet with me today.
Me too. I cleared up my whole schedule for you.
I called you here to discuss who I want as my successor, and that lucky boy is you.
Really? Why me?
Because I believe you're the best to carry out my legacy. You're my guy. You are my vice president, and we share the same ideals and principles.
Like what?
We want to limit the federal government's power, strengthen state power, and protect citizens from the government.
Woohoo! I love those things too. So how will you get me elected?
I have a plan. You must vote for him. He has all the same ideals and will lead this country better than I ever could. Think of all the things he will get done to continue my legacy. I can serve a third term through him. Vote for him.
In the election of 1836, the Whigs were divided while the Democratic-Republican Party focused solely on Martin Van Buren.
I can't wait for Harrison to win this election.
We'll see about that.
May the best man win.
The winner of the election of 1836 is Martin Van Buren.
Van Buren inherited the Panic of 1837 from Jackson, brought upon mainly by over-speculation and Jackson's Specie circular.
The Hessian fly has ruined the wheat crops.
Grain prices are too high. We were forced to ravage warehouses to steal flour barrels.
Do something!
But I just got into office. This all started before I was even president.
Van Buren proposed a divorce bill, which Congress rejected. After this, he passed the Independent Treasury Act, which demanded for federal funds to be placed in other treasuries than private banks.
I don't know what to do.
How about expanding the bank credit?
No. What about higher tariffs? No.
Subsidized for internal improvement?
No. I don't want any mixture of the government and the economy. Look what's happened. I want the opposite. I'm going to propose a divorce bill. No more governmental or economic interactions. That's why this crisis is happening anyway. All surplus government money will go into city banks. No, that will collapse our finances. How about an independent treasury act? Fine, but it won't do anything.
During rebellions in Canada, Van Buren stayed neutral, angering the population. Americans felt that he was submitting to slaveholding demands by staying neutral.
There are rebellions all along the northern border because of Britain. These rebellions are motivated by frustrations with political reform.
We must go to war.
We can't. We must stay neutral. There's no need to get involved.
Woe to Martin Van Buren.
General Winfield Scott, please persuade the American citizens to restrain themselves from further incursions violating neutrality.
Woe to Martin Van Buren.
Listening to the people who opposed slavery, Van Buren opposed the annexation of Texas.
Now what are you doing? We don't want Texas. Do you know how much more slavery that would bring to our country? You should oppose slavery.
You're right. I'll block the annexation of Texas because it assuredly would add to slave territory and it might bring war with Mexico.
What's wrong?
Everything's going wrong. Everyone hates me all for a series of misfortunes that I can't control.
I don't understand. How can this all be happening? You're practically me.
But am I simply you without your popularity? I've inherited all of your enemies, but in addition to them, I've gained the hatred of the people.
LOL, sucks to suck.
We have put forth only one candidate, William Henry Harrison. Here are the results for the election of 1840.
Oh, the people hate me. How will I win?
You're right. Everything was pinned against you from the start. You were elected right at the start of the panic, and so much more events occurred during your time that you could not control. But we still blame you. The winner of the 1840 presidential election is William Henry Harrison.
Wow. It'd be a shame if he just died.